Yeah, there we are.
Hi.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of What
What
Does
does
This
this
Button
button
Do?
do?
It's an educational show about
Smart.
smartphones and tablets. And that's with us, the Geeks on Tour.
Okay.
Technology training for travelers. We do invite you to become a member of Geeks on Tour. Just go to our website, geeksontour.com, and click join. Hi, I'm Jim, and together with my wife here, Chris, we are the Geeks on Tour. Do you think your smartphone is smarter than you? Do you have questions about your Android or your iPad tablet? And how do you learn about these amazing devices that we have all over the desk here?
Well, we are geeks who teach, and we think the best way to learn is in bite-sized pieces on a regular basis. So that's why we came up with this weekly show. We do a beginner's lesson every week, and on our website, geeksontour.com, we have lots of prepared tutorial videos on smartphones and tablets and all the other topics we teach, like pictures and blogs and a little bit of Facebook, too.
Okay. So on today's show, we have a great show for you this week, starting with a quick tip about fingerprint readers. And then Chris's beginner's lesson is going to be pictures to Facebook. Take a picture and share instantly to your friends and share on a group or a page. Share pictures not taken with your phone. I'll do an app of the week. That should be fun. And we're going to do Passport America this week. If you have questions, put them there in the comments. We'll try to answer them live on the show, or we'll certainly get to them sometime during the week. The show is recorded to YouTube, and check it out on our Geeks on Tour channel. And you can subscribe to our YouTube channel right there at YouTube. So, Chris, where are we now?
We are home.
What we call home, anyway.
We're in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
And that's where the grandkids are.
Yep.
So
and my mom. So
sort of like another grandkid.
Yeah. But we had some fun in the pool with AJ.
Yep.
I took some pictures with Jim's new iPhone.
Uh-oh, we're going to talk about an iPhone now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I got an iPhone this past week on T-Mobile, and we'll talk about that. Reason we did T-Mobile is because we're planning on going to England here in a few weeks, and T-Mobile has an international plan that's included with its regular plan. So we'll be having text and voice over there and some slow data. So we'll have to figure that out. We will be doing 2 of our shows from England.
Oh, we hope so. we plan to. And then even for this country, what is cool, we will now have Verizon and AT&T and T-Mobile. So if we can't get internet,
it ain't going to be happening.
We'll just decide to do something else.
There's just no way to do it then.
Now, we were planning on this show to have a special guest, Mike Wendland from roadtrekking.com. You may know him either from Road Trekking or from PC Mike. He's a geek from way back.
Great.
But he is traveling, and so we're just going to keep scheduling him on Sunday until we can catch him. But he slipped through our fingers this Sunday.
Well, he had a lot of extra work being done on his
yeah,
rig,
I know.
So
Well, that's things change
happen
when you're a traveler.
Very much so. Okay. Are you ready for your quick tips?
I think so.
Okay, so using your fingerprint reader.
Yeah, and so this is just about the fact that at least with Jim's new iPhone and with my Samsung Galaxy S5, the home button is a fingerprint reader. So watch this. Oh, it's not locking. Okay, so this is the lock screen, right? So usually you have to do a pattern or you have to put in a code. Mm-hmm. But if you have the fingerprint reader, I can just, there's a little arrow here pointing to the button, and I swipe my finger over the button, and that's what unlocks it.
Okay.
Now on yours, it's a little bit different.
Right. On the
Same
iPhone, when I push the screen on, it comes up to this notification screen. That's something that I like. I like having my notifications up there on the lock screen. But all I need to do is press my thumb. I use my thumbprint, and it opens up the screen there. So now I'm on my home screen. Lock screen's gone.
Now, did you actually push in the button or just kind of hold your thumb there?
Well, the first thing to turn it on, you push the button or push the
Right.
the side button.
The unlock.
The unlock. But then I just rest my thumb on it.
Rest it.
I don't have to push it again.
Okay. So that is kind of different. I mean, on the iPhone, you just rest your finger on it. On the Samsung, I rub my finger over it.
Right.
I like mine better.
So we're going to have all kinds of fights now because I have the iPhone and I've set it up as my phone. So if you get a call from a strange number, go ahead and answer it. It might be me.
Okay. So how do you set that up? And here is my phone, the Android.
Right.
So you go into settings. I do that by swiping down from the top and tapping on the little cogwheel gear, and it's on lock screen. And screen lock secured with fingerprint. Now, when I tap on there, then you have to go through several steps and you train it to your finger. I'm not going to do that right now, but that's how you do it the first time through. And you can have multiple people's fingers too.
Yes, and that's probably a good idea actually, because you want your spouse to have their fingerprint to be able to open it up, or at the very least you want to have them know your PIN number to unlock. So some of that.
Yeah, if you notice in mine, I can unlock it by swiping my finger, or if Jim's finger is not registered, he can just tap right there to enter the password, and so he would have to know my password. So he'd either have to know my password or we need to register one of his fingers.
Okay.
Okay.
Now on the iPad,
on the iPhone,
iPhone.
it's still in settings. So that's that icon there. And it has a specific setting just for it, Touch ID and passcode. And you have to know the you still have to have a passcode in order to get in and change things. And he has set up his to use the fingerprint to unlock his phone, to use Apple Pay.
Be careful with that one.
And to buy things in iTunes and App Store. So no more having to remember your Apple ID and password when you buy an app. You can just use your fingerprint.
It's still a real good idea to know your Apple ID and the Apple password, because sometimes this doesn't work or you need to do it from a different device. And boy, if you don't know that stuff, we can't help you.
Now, and we haven't used it for Apple Pay yet, but we might in Europe especially.
It's true.
Yeah.
Well, we set it up. Now, one thing that we were told is you should set it up with a real credit card and not a debit card. That was just a suggestion that was, because if it goes through, then it might just go through a little faster than you want it to.
Okay. I didn't mention that my new purchase.
Yeah, so I get a new toy. She has to get a new toy too.
Hey, you got, yes. Got a problem with that?
No, not at all.
I've been wanting a Chromebook because that is Google's answer to computing. And I really don't understand. This is something that kind of looks like a phone, but is almost a computer. This is something that looks like a computer, but is really just a phone and a laptop because it's just an internet appliance. You do not install anything on this computer. This is a Chromebook. It's kind of like an Android phone, but not exactly. So I had to get one and play with it. Now this was $120.
Well, you got a deal on it too. I think it was 140, but you got, yeah.
Okay. Still, that
Still
is
cheap.
pretty cheap for something that can be used as a
Now, is it
computer.
touchscreen?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, it's not touchscreen.
I'm starting to really like touchscreen devices.
Yeah, this
We're
is
getting
really
used to
a
'em.
very simple device, but it looks and feels like a laptop.
Right?
So as long as you have an internet connection,
Very
that's
important.
key for everything.
It certainly is these days.
And a lot of things will work without an internet connection on this. You can work on documents and spreadsheets locally, but as soon as you're online, they synchronize with your Google account. So I'm going to be learning lots more about this
So we'll have more to tell you about soon.
Chromebook.
Chromebook. All right. Real quick here. Here's a question. When our pictures reach the online storage limit, what's the easiest way to take old pictures and videos down to free up space?
Okay. I would need to know what online service, since what I mostly teach is Google Plus Photos. I guess you're talking about Google Plus. And if you use the standard size, there is no limit. So I would need to know a little
he's
more
talking
details.
about online storage limit. Yeah, okay. Easiest way to take the old pictures and videos down. It depends on what service you're using. Go ahead and tell us what that is, Bill, and we'll try and get that.
Meanwhile, if it is Google Plus Photo, you can delete. You have to go to your Google account and open up the album and delete it. You can delete a whole album, and that will remove it from your allotment.
Okay. Want to go back to the slideshow?
Okay.
I think that's where we are. Okay, using the fingerprint reader. Go on to the next one. Oh, the next one.
Gotta laugh.
What do you do when it doesn't work? It hardly ever happens to us, but
This is our answer to everything.
isn't that cute?
Whine a little and whine a little more.
Until you can whine
And
a lot.
more.
Okay, I think they get it.
Okay.
So the beginner's lesson, what are you going to talk about today?
I'm going to talk about uploading pictures to Facebook, sharing pictures with Facebook. And we already know from the comments that some people out there don't use Facebook, but you know what? Most people do. Especially RVers. People who travel a lot find Facebook is a wonderful way to keep in touch, both with the family and friends back home and with the people you meet on the road.
So
And
true.
the way you can share pictures is so quick and easy. So that's what I want to show you about. I use the Facebook app for this. Now, you don't absolutely have to have the Facebook app installed on your phone or tablet in order to share pictures, but the things I'm going to show you does use the app, and it works so much better. The app is free. So on the Android, you would go to the Google Play Store, and on the Apple, you would go to the App Store and download the Facebook app. Okay. Now, their concept, and this concept actually has to do with also any type of getting things onto the internet. I call it push and pull. So push means you're starting by looking at the picture and you push it up to Facebook.
Okay.
Pull means you start by getting to your destination. You start at Facebook, your destination, and reach down and pull the picture up. Now, push is the easiest, because it's easiest to just find the picture. I want to share this picture. You look at it on your screen and you push it to where you want it to go. Pull means you have to both know where you're going and be able to find the picture. Okay, so push and pull, and we're going to do both. We're going to do a push and a pull, and then using a picture that's not on the phone, we're going to show you how to share that onto your Facebook timeline or onto somebody else's page. And we're going to do that with both the Apple, our brand new iPhone, and with my old Android phone. Okay, so we're on this now. I haven't registered my fingerprint on your phone yet.
I thought you had.
No, I
Okay.
haven't. I probably should, but
You will.
I know your password, so I use that.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the iPhone, and the first thing I want to do is just take a picture of Jim. This is Jim's phone, so the Facebook that's set up on here is for Jim's account. So yeah, go to the live. I'm just going to take a picture. Yeah. Now I want to share, I want my friends to see that picture, or Jim wants his friends to see that picture. Step one, view the picture. And then step two is tap the share button. That little square with the up arrow is the share. So see, that's pushing it. That's pushing it up to Facebook. Facebook is on the web, on the internet, and it wants to know what you're going to share it to. And I had to tap next in order to see this list of things to share to. And there's Facebook. You find Facebook, you tap it, and I want it to be this way. There we go.
What a good looking guy.
That's actually kind of a nice picture. So that's all there is to it. You take the picture, you look at it, you press the share button, and it is now ready to post on Facebook. You do have to say something. So I'm just going to say, doing our weekly show.
Now you're using Swipe on an iPhone.
And we talked that at a previous episode.
I love
But yes,
Swipe.
that's great. I love Swipe. I couldn't type without it. And then I just tap post. Now, there's a couple of options. Audience. Notice it says your friends. Well, I do have more options. If you just tap right there, I could make this picture be public. But the purpose of Facebook, in my opinion, is to share with friends. So I almost always just leave it at friends. But you do have a couple other choices. You could make it completely private by saying only me. Or you can set up all sorts of groups of friends. So if this was just to be seen by family or close friends or RV friends, you could choose those groups. But I'm going to leave it at friends. And location, we could say that we're in Fort Lauderdale, but I don't need to either. I'm going to tap post. So that picture has now been posted on Jim's timeline, meaning the place where it's part of his profile and where his friends can see it. All right, now what else? What else is, I want to take a picture of both of us and post that to our Geeks on Tour Facebook page. All right, so I'm going to do that by taking a selfie. Can we both get in there?
Yeah.
There we go. And I'll try using the same technique. Tap on the picture and tap on share.
Watch the glare.
Yeah. Tap on share and then next and then Facebook. But remember I said I wanted to post this onto our Geeks on Tour page. I don't have such a choice here. I cannot push this picture to our Geeks on Tour page. So I have to do it a different way. I remember the other way is to pull, meaning I need to start by being at the Facebook page. So I'll find his Facebook app. I'm opening the Facebook app, and then I have to go to the Geeks on Tour page, and he has it right here. So I am now on the Geeks on Tour page, and I want to post a photo.
I wonder if see down at the bottom there, it says get the new Pages Manager app. I wonder if I loaded that, if I would be able to do it to the page.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But that's kind of beyond the scope.
Okay.
But yes, that's if the Geeks on Tour page is somewhat special because it is a page that we own, we manage.
Mm-hmm.
I am teaching this in the way that any of our audience, and this is an assignment, I want the people in our audience to take a selfie of themselves watching the show and to post the picture on our page.
Okay.
So you have to go to the page and then say you want to post a picture, and then you're looking at the pictures taken by this phone. And there's the one that we just took. And you can select more. See, every time I tap on one, it gets selected, but I only want the one. So I just tapped on those again. I say done. And it wants to know where this was taken, but you don't have to. And say something about this post. And once again, just doing, whoops.
Spoon boof.
All right. Doing our show today. And post. Now that is getting posted to the Geeks on Tour page. Now, because we own the Geeks on Tour page, it is posted right at the top here. If we wanted to post that to some other page, you would have to find that other page. So for example, road trekking, Mike Wendland's page. Oops. ROADTRE.
I see it.
Okay. And the page. Now this is a page that we do not own. So you have to go down and find, and some pages won't allow you to do this. You know, some pages won't allow you to do this, but you should be able to go down and see where it says share a photo. So I could even do this and say,
missed you this week.
Right. Missed you, Mike. On our show. Hope to have you as a guest next week. Okay, and I post. So now I have posted that picture on the road trekking Facebook page. And how did I do that? Push or pull?
That would be a push.
Where did I start?
You started at Facebook.
I started at the destination.
Ah, so it would be a pull.
Right.
So that was a trick question.
Okay. So now the last thing to show is what if, once again, this is Jim's phone. Let's say he wants to post a picture that I took. He can't do that any of the ways that I have just shown you. So what he has to do, he knows that I post my pictures up on Google Plus Photos.
Right.
And I think I already loaded that up here. I just went to the web and went to the place where my Google Plus Photos are. And I took this picture of the Florida sign when we first came into Florida with my camera, yet he wants to post it to his. So I can find the picture And in some situations, you'll actually see a share button here. I don't see a share button, so I can press the menu. And there was a share on here. Oh, there it is. That share, that little share icon.
Right.
Phew. Share. Okay, so now am I pushing or pulling?
Now you're pushing.
Right. I started with the picture. So, and now I'm pushing it to Facebook.
Start with the picture, it's a push.
Right. I'm
Start
pushing
with
it
the
to
result,
Facebook.
it's a pull.
Yeah. And now this is just going to Jim's Facebook timeline. So this is just home, sweet home, and post. Okay. And that's it for the iPhone.
I like it.
Now the Android. And I'm going to do something different here. If you've been on Facebook a lot, you've probably heard of Throwback Thursdays.
Oh yeah.
I love Throwback Thursdays. It means find an old picture of yourself and post it. Okay, so I have an old picture here. Have our family albums available to us here, and this one is about a trip to Cozumel in 1990.
Wow.
And here is a picture that was in the album. I just took the page out of my mom and me scuba diving. So how am I going to get that to Facebook?
Take a picture of the picture.
It's so easy. Yes. I'm just going to take the camera. Is it on?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to take the phone and take a picture of the picture. Now, glare is the biggest problem. I got to figure out a way. Yeah, that's even worse. Glare is the biggest problem. But there we go. Come into focus. Come on. Having
Not working?
trouble.
Here, let me hold
There,
it. for
no,
you.
right there. Right. Okay. Oops. Now I get. There we go. Okay. So I just took a picture of a picture. Now I can look at that picture. And there's the little share button that is the Android share button. Now I could edit it, make it look a little bit better. I could even bring it into Picasa on the computer, make it look a little bit better, but that's not bad. And I tap share. And I tell it it's Facebook I want to share it to. And I know it's not Throwback Thursday. What is this? Sentimental Sunday?
All right. That'll work.
I'll just say, Mom and me scuba diving in 1990. And post. I mean, how many seconds did that take? I just think Facebook is so, and that's for real. So we'll probably be getting comments from friends seeing this picture right away.
That'll be fun.
Okay. Now then, the second thing, like we did before, I want to take a picture of the two of us and post it to the Geeks on Tour page. So I'm going to take a selfie. Yeah. Now, the Android has a little more options. Remember, on the iPhone, I could not push. I could not start with the picture and get it to the page.
Right.
With the Android, you can. You
Cool.
tap share. And let me go back to vertical. There. You tap share. You tap Facebook. And now there's some options. There's a drop-down arrow. Anytime you see a drop-down arrow, you want to investigate. There's a drop-down arrow. Post to Facebook, on a friend's timeline, in a group, or on your page. but on your page is grayed out. It says you must remove tags first. So, okay, it tagged me. If I tap the X on that, I should now, one photo selected, done, and what was that? Oh, these things are so touchy. It's so easy to touch the wrong button. No, it's not letting me.
It
has me tagged again.
Tagged again.
All right.
See where
Right, done. And it's still not letting me.
it had you tagged. I saw it. See? Done. I think.
Yay!
Yay!
On your page. But notice that says on your page. So you would still have to do the poll technique if you wanted to put it on somebody else's page.
Okay.
But on your page, and we have several pages that we manage in Facebook, but there's the Geeks on Tour. And
taking too much time during the show.
More pics from our show. Okay. And post.
And there it is.
Okay, so yes, your assignment. Everybody watching, I would really appreciate it if you would take a selfie and post it to the Geeks on Tour page. And let's see if anybody has, and then I'm done. And I go to the Geeks on Tour page. And there's photos by page, posts by page, but then we should be able to see posts by people. They kind of hide it. Post to page, there we go. So this is where we would see if anybody else out there has posted a picture. There's some posts previously from people onto our page, but nothing from today yet. I'm going to look again in a while. All right, and that's it for the beginner's lesson.
Okay. Richard wants to know, where's the episode on swiping?
Where do I have my nice little list? Well, shall we show him?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll show you how to find out. So what you do to find any previous episode, you just go to our website.
geeksontour.com.
And by the way, we have moved our website. Maybe I shouldn't say it until we are in process of totally revamping our website. It is on a new host and it should be faster. So you go to geeksontour.com and then there is Weekly Show. You click on Weekly Show. And you will, and scroll down and you will see a list of the topics that were covered in every past episode. So here are all the episodes and there's what's covered. Now also, since we're on episode 39 now, to find something on this page, you can do a Control F and search for SWYPE. So there we go. It was episode number 18 in November of 2014. You can watch the YouTube video for free by clicking right there. If you're a member, you can click on notes and get the direct links.
Great. And
Okay.
that is a good benefit of membership, having those show notes to be able to go right directly to the piece that you want. So if you are a member, then you can do it that way. Was it time to whine a little? It's getting close, Fred. All All right, slideshow.
Oops.
Oops.
Oops, I went too far.
She went too far. The app of the week. This week, it's Passport America. Passport America has been around for a long time. It gives you half off of your camping. And most of you know that we are RVers and we travel around the country and we stop in a lot of different places. So having Passport America saves us a ton of money. It's only $44 for 1 year, and you just go to the app on the phone and it will show you what places are available, and campgrounds in every state are on the map. You can sort to make finding your campgrounds. You can search from anywhere in the app. You can view campground photos, unlimited favorites, and you can get them on your side menu. You can add notes to any campground. So if you've been to one and it's exceptionally good, you might note what site you stayed at, or the opposite of that. If it's not real good, you might say stay away. Turn-by-turn navigation directly to any campground that uses Google Maps. And you do need an internet connection for this, though. So it's real important that you have an internet connection.
So you know what people will ask.
Yeah. Does it use
How
my
much
data?
data does it use?
It uses your data. So,
but it's not that much. It's
No.
just research. It's not photo or video, although there are some photos.
right.
So you want to see it?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and get the screen up there. Okay.
All right. So there's the app.
There's the app.
There's the app. And you can search for a particular park, but I always just go to the map. I just tap on the menu up there and map. Find parks nearby. Well, I'm usually using this a few hours out, so I'd rather look at the map than just have it find parks near us, because I might be looking for a park not
Down
so
the
near.
road, right.
Okay.
And it's taking its own sweet time to find.
Find the
Well, we're
location.
inside too, so it might not be getting the GPS as well as it should.
Yeah, it shouldn't be that bad.
Okay.
Hmm.
There's the map coming up.
And just like Google Maps, you double click or spread your fingers to zoom in. And then if things aren't showing up, there's this refresh button up at the top. So let's see what that button does. Not much.
Zoom in and refresh.
Zoom in, refresh.
I see.
There we go. So those are all the Passport America parks in Florida. And then you can say, oh yeah, that's about where we're going to be going. Let's see what that looks like.
It's not on the screen. Okay.
And there's all the detail and some pictures. If you tap on call park, as long as you're using your phone to do this, it will call the park. Or if you're ready to go, you tap on the directions there and you will get the Google Maps turn-by-turn directions. And all the details you need to know are in here.
Yeah, back in the old days, you had this big book that you
Yeah.
had to look at, and that was something that you had to carry around, and it was usually out of date by the time you got it. This is always completely up to date, accurate as it can be, and the information is right there. So get Passport America. You will save some money as you travel.
So just passportamerica.com if you don't have it yet. Most RVers, most people we know do.
Right. It saved us a ton of money.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Back to the slideshow. And we can get this thing going. Like us on Facebook. Go to our facebook.com/geeksontour, and that's where we want you to put those pictures that your selfies that you're taking. Okay. Well, did you learn something? Review questions. Newer Apple and Samsung phones can use your fingerprint to unlock the phone. Where do you set that up?
On the Android, it's under Settings and Lock Screen. On the Apple, it's under Settings and it actually says Fingerprint.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
So there are two basic procedures to share Facebook pictures on Facebook. Chris calls them what and what?
Push and pull. Push, and all it means is where you start. If you start with a picture and send it to Facebook, that's pushing. If you have to start by going to the destination on Facebook and then go get the picture, I call that pulling.
Okay. Once you pick a picture and share it, you have options to make it visible to public or friends, or
you can make it completely private by sharing it with only me. Or you can set up, and that's a whole other topic, but you can set up private groups, close friends,
okay,
or family or whatever.
Okay. To share a picture that was not taken by your phone, you can do it the same way if
that picture is on the web somewhere, hopefully in a photo sharing site like Google+.
Cool. To share a picture on a business's Facebook page, you need to start where?
On the business's Facebook page.
Okay.
Not with the picture. It's a pull, not a push.
Great. So let's see what else we have here. David says he can't get it to work. Going to go back and watch again and try again. Well, that's what we say. Keep trying, you'll get there. Okay. So, Chris, that's about it. What's the web page that lists all of our weekly shows?
geeksontour.com and weekly show.
Cool. And what's the web page that lists all of our recent newsletters?
geeksontour.com, and the menu item says blogs and articles, and there's newsletters under that. And hopefully we'll be able to keep those the same as we
transition.
As we remodel the website. Yeah.
Okay. Benefits. What benefits do you get by joining Geeks on Tour?
Number 1 is access to all the tutorial videos. Number 2 is ability to ask us questions on the members Q&A forum about anything. And then the third is the show notes. For each of these shows, we write up notes and have direct links to everything discussed in the show.
Mm-hmm. So we do invite you to become a member of Geeks on Tour. Just go to our website and become a member. Next time, our beginner's lesson will be, hopefully, an interview with PC Mike. Mike Wendland, he's an RVer and a technology journalist for NBC, and he is out there. He has a podcast. He has shows. He does a great job. We'll have a quick tip and an app of the week. Ask your questions on the comments. Watch for the notification for next week's show. Be sure to click that you're coming and leave questions there in the comments. Geeks on Tour, technology for travelers. What does this button do?
What does this button do?
I don't know.
Keep asking.
You might find out.
There's lots of buttons and they do lots of things. Like, what does this button do?